So hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel, and today in this video we'll be making a simple tic-tac-toe game in C++. Now this video is going to be beginner friendly as there are no advanced concept used in this game. I basically used arrays as you can see, and this is a complete code, and before starting I would like to show you how it works. So let me just run it, and here it is where you want to make move. I will say first, then for second player it will be second, then 4, and then 3, 6 and 7, and we got a winner. Now guys, I'm using Visual Studio Code for this purpose. Now you can use any IDE you want. And by the way, if you don't know how to set up Visual Studio Code for C++, I will leave a link down in the description. You can check it out. It's a bit long process, but you can do it. So first of all, we will make a file main.cpp. Now here no extra code is written, it's just a basic C++ template as you can see. So first of all, we are going to make some variables, global variables. Whose turn? This will decide which player will play, and then we will make two arrays, string arrays, for board and for moves. Now I have initialized the moves array to empty, cross and 0 because in the tic-tac-toe game we have only two moves, either it's a cross or a 0. So that's why we have three elements: empty, no element, nothing is played, cross and a 0. And similarly we will make a board. So here we have got our board, and now let's make a function to print out this board. So as you can see, there is nothing much going on in this function. It's a simple function and I have tested out this conditions. It works fine. So we are running a for loop from 1 to 9 because we have a board size as 9, and it is just breaking the line after 3 moves. As you can see here, after 3 there is a line break. This is what this if condition is doing, and it is this condition is for checking if the board is empty, means there is no move, then it will show this sign, and otherwise it will show the move like here we have. That's it. So let's first test it out. Now I can run it. And you can see here we got the board and it's fine. So let's move ahead. Let me just minimize this. So now I want to make the winning logic of the game, and I will name this function, oh, it will be a bool. And it will take our board as argument. And basically what here we are doing is that we are checking if any the player has won. So we will just implement a couple of conditions here. So let me first put it all out. So as you can see here, it's a very simple logic. We are just checking that if the 0th position of the board is not empty, and board 0 is equal to board 1 and board 1 is equal to board 2, then there is a winner. Then it will return true, means we have got a winner. So it's basically we are simulating this condition of this row. And similarly we will do for this row, all the 3 columns and the 2 diagonals. So I will just write down all the code for that. So here we are guys, I've completed this code. You can pause and copy, or you can do it alone as you want. So now that we have checked for victory and we have our board function working, let's make a function to make the moves, which will actually this function, with the help of this function we will actually play the game. So I'll make move and it will take the variable whose turn, because it has to know which player has to play first. So in our make move function we need 2 things: the position where we want to make move and what move we want to make. So like cross or 0. So for cross and 0 we will do one thing, that we will define the macro up there. Here 2s2. Now these macros will take care of the player and we will use it down here to make our work easy. If you don't understand, just wait, I will show you. And we also need a variable game count, which will count how many times our game is running, so that it does not run more than 9 times. This position variable will hold the position where we want the player to move, the player wants to move, and the move will tell what is the move. So for the game we need a loop, so we will use a while loop here. Now this loop will basically check that if any player has won or we have any moves left. So in this loop, first we will ask the player where you want to move. So what we are doing here is we are asking the player to enter the position. Now the player is supposed to enter position like 1, 2, 3, 9, etc. So we know that our array start from the index 0. So we are just decrementing its value by 1. Now we will check that whose turn it is. So what we are doing here is we are checking that who has to play and whose turn it is. So if it's player 1 turns, then we are assigning the value of move to player 1, and player 1 is a macro and its value is 1. So move variable will have the value of 1. So now what we are doing is we are using the moves array here, and the value of move is 1, so that is cross. Here we got cross, and we are assigning the value of board at position. Like if the player entered the first position, so the value at position 1 will be cross. Then we are just printing out the board and flipping the turn and incrementing the game count by 1. Similarly we will do for the other player. Now after this we want to check if any player has won or not, so we will make a condition. So actually we will use the same condition, so I'll just copy it from here. So this is how we are checking our condition, if any player has won or not. and if the match is draw, it will just print out matches draw, and if any player has won, so it will print it out. Now let's head over to our main function and write to driver code. So we will assign the host1 variable to player 1, and then we will show board and make move player 1. So let's just save it. So where you want to make move, I will say 2. Just to matches draw where you want to make move. I think I have messed up the condition a little bit. Don't worry, I will check it. Let's say 5 and 1 and 5, 6, 7 and 8. So player 1 is winner, but it is printing out this thing matches draw, which is actually wrong. So let me just fix this. So I've just put this loop inside of the while. Now it should run correct. Just print this file again. cls win.exe where you want to make move. Yeah, now it's working fine. So let's just win this game. And yeah, so we have got our game working, but we have got two major problems in that. So let me just show it to you. See, if players enters a number which is greater than 9 or less than 0, like 45, it does nothing and it skips that chance. And second one is that we can actually override our previous move. You see this 0 and here we have cross. So this is a serious issue and we have to solve this. So for the invalid position, we can simply do an if condition check. So after we have entered the position, we can do a simple check. If position is greater than 10, sorry, is less than 10 and position greater than 0. And in the else, we can simply see out now. For the second one, that is duplicate input or overwriting the input, we have to make the array late position and let's give it size 9 because our board is also 9 and initialize it to 0. So what we will basically do is increment the value which is 0 in every position to 1, and we'll check if it's 1 or 0. So let me show you what I mean. So what we are doing here is we have made a array late position and initialize it to 0, and then we are incrementing the value at index position to 1, like it's 0, and if say the position is 1, so we are incrementing the value at position 1. So then it's checking its position is less than equal to 1, and then only it will allow us to play, otherwise it will print out this message. So let's just test this. So where you want to make move, I will say 2 and 3. Now I will do 2 and it says where you want to make move. Now I got to make move at this position. Now let's check for out of bound. 87, enter valid position. Now I want 5. So there it is, it's complete. So that's all guys, and if you like this video then give it a thumbs up and see you in another video. Thanks for watching.